Good morning, guys. It is day 2 here in Kochi, and we have just left our accommodation. And today, what we are doing is we are going towards a place called Jew Town. So, the Jews, they had come way back in those days after the temple was burned in Israel. So, they came from so far away and they had settled here in this place called Jew Town. And it is day 2. Day 1 was amazing. We loved it. Adrian is waiting here as well. So what we are going to do is, because the place is so beautiful, we have opted not to take an auto. We will go there walking. It's a cloudy day today because it probably rained in the night. And yes, it definitely rained. Look at the roads here. They all look wet. And it's very cloudy. So it's a nice day to walk. It's not sunny at all. It's so compact over here, but still, people have built their houses in such a beautiful manner. They have used the little spaces. They have planted a lot of trees, beautiful plants. It feels so relaxing just to walk in these narrow alleys. The only complaint I have are the wires. The wires are too close to you, so be careful when you're walking. We've made it to our stop, and let me show you this place. So this one is called Hotel City Star. So we have reached Matancheri after about half an hour of walking. The walking was good, only the last bit, it was a bit sunny, but yeah, it was fine, not that hot. Yes, that is what it looks like. And as you can see here, lots of locals come here to eat. And that's the reason why I've skipped the fancy cafes, because I want local stuff. And yeah, that's where you can get all the local stuff. So I think there is a lot of crowd here, but we will go inside and find a place. Come here, Adrian. Yeah, I think we have a corner table here. It's a bit awkward today because both of us were sitting on the same side of the table, because yeah, as you can see, this place is super crowded. So the guy just bought some water, and it looks like some colored water. I have seen it in some videos. This looks like Ayurvedic water. So Adrian told me, yes, many of them have this. Let's try this. It's just like water, but you can get that little bit of, I don't know how to describe it, little bit of when you have like a tea, like a hibiscus tea, the kind of flavor that you get, that's the kind of flavor that I'm getting. And as you can see here, it's a bit warm. You can see the condensation on the glass. It's just like school children, we are seated on the same desk, and here we have our food. And Adrian had the first bite and she said wow. So yes, it's time for me to try. This here is the mutton chop. So this is a chop, and this one is the square parotha. And what's this? This is called appam. Yeah, this is called appam. So Adrian has taken appam, and this is the chicken fry. Okay, let's try this with the gravy. Oh yeah. No wonder so many people are coming here. And I'm so glad we chose this place. I told Adrian, the cafes yesterday, that's not the kind of place that you have to go to. This is the kind of place that you need to come to if you want to experience authentic Kerala food. Bit spicy, but yes, it is good. And they have given this piece of mutton, so I'm going to place this over. And wow, it is hot. Look at this, with the fat and everything. So good, so good. We're going mental with the food here, guys. Both of us decided to come to Kerala, especially because Both of us have been in the Middle East for a long time and we've eaten a lot of this food and we love this. Okay, now let me have the square parota. Let me have this one here because it's easy for me to break this. I think we will order for more stuff. I think this much is not enough for us. We have to do a lot of walking, we have to go to a lot of places and we make sure our bellies are full. Excellent, excellent. I take from here only. Parota is perfect, just flaky, at the same time soft and not at all chewy. And this is the chicken fry. So they use some of these spices and this is deep fried. Back in the UAE, I remember I used to eat this with some rice and dal. You know, I love the combination. But here we are just having it dry. The exact same flavors what we used to get there, right? So good, so good. My plate might look messy, but this is a burst of flavors. And yes, the mutton gravy with all the fat melted and everything tastes absolutely fantastic. And this one here we cannot stop ourselves from eating this everywhere we go. I'm sorry, I have bits and pieces of the meat in my mouth. But yeah, what I also wanted to say is yesterday we went to a place called Hotel City Light. Hotel City Light in Kochi. Exactly like this. Same size, same environment, locals there, and we had the beef roast, the same thing there, and the beef fry, and it was so damn good. We went in the evening, we couldn't shoot a video, but yeah, if you're planning, make a note of that place as well. And I don't know why they place this on top of this and give. That is something that I have noticed here in all the restaurants. Adrian, can you please lift the paratha and keep it at the side? No, lift the paratha and keep it at the side. Yeah, okay. Alright, so one square parota. This is the square parota. Called square parota for obvious reason. Yes. I don't know if it's different, the square parota, if it tastes different. Oh, but it is hot. It's softer, right? Yeah, softer and thicker, I feel. And it doesn't have the spiral shapes of the other parota. It's softer and thicker, yeah. And it goes very well with the gravies. Try. So good, guys. So good. Authentic Kerala food. Authentic Kerala. Mostly I'm having non-veg, I know. There's a lot of veg food as well, but I just want to make the most of the non-veg food that you get here.
No words.
I think that we showed you the expression of satisfaction on our faces. The spices, right? As you know, Kerala is a land of spices as well. And it goes so well with all the gravies here. I mean, the flavors are incredible. You can instantly taste the pepper, the spiciness coming from the chili. Look at this. I put these chilies. It's a perfect meal. If you want something little spicy, it's not overly spicy, but yeah. And the other thing is that look at the number of pieces. Small pieces of meat. It's full. This little bowl is full. So yes, if you are coming to Kerala and if you want the authentic experience, I highly recommend such places. We've been to 3 places so far. Hotel Friends, Hotel City Lights, and this is Hotel City Star. They haven't let us down. Absolutely amazing, fantastic, incredible food. That's not a very good sight, but as you can see, yeah, thank you. We have finished everything. For eating all this, look at the amount, 416 rupees for all this. And we even have taken tea here. Oh yeah. It's hot, humid, sweaty. And we have gained some followers here. So in case if you haven't subscribed, yes, that is my channel. Thank you. So he's followed our channel, and the tea. Tell us about the tea, Adrian.
I think this is the first chai that is extremely.
It's good, yeah. The hotel friends that we had been to, coffee was great, but I didn't like the tea that much. But yeah, the tea is perfect as well, yeah. Oh yes. I think we've got a great start. And the other thing, what I also wanted to highlight, Adrian and myself were discussing. Although these are small places, they're maintained very well. The everything is clean. Something there. And besides that, you know, the people also are very, very respectful. Everywhere we've gone, we found very kind and very respectful, very good people. So now we are looking for the directions to go to Jew Town. Another very, very important thing what Adrian highlighted as a lady is, you know, every place that we are going to, you know, she's not getting any kind of awkward stares from people, right? People are very respectful. Even though this restaurant had lot of men in it, you know, nobody was staring in a weird manner. Everyone was busy eating, and we enjoyed the food as well. As I said earlier, you know, everywhere we go, we are finding very good and very respectful people. So, you know, really a huge thumbs up to Kerala for that. It's around a 15-minute walk to Jew Town, and I guess we are in an older part of the city. And yes, it suddenly changed. All the huge houses, the colorful houses have disappeared, and we see lots of old shops like these, tailor shops, mechanic shops, groceries. Again, a different experience that we've experienced today. In case you're wondering why the food in Kerala tastes so good, this is the reason why. So Adrian has seen a spice shop here, and look at the number of spices that are there here. What's this one?
I think this is
Stone what?
stone flour.
Stone flour. Okay. They have turmeric and coriander, black pepper, black gold. That is why so many Europeans were interested in India. So cool. I don't even know half the spices here. Such interesting things to see here. And look at this shop. They've already packed a lot of different kinds of spices. There's a lot of cumin, turmeric, dry ginger, cinnamon, star anise. Yeah, and here there are different kinds of powdered spices. And this section here, there is ginger coffee as well. Okay, let me show our viewers this part here. So yes, this for example, look at the pepper, cardamom. The cardamom here is very good. Fenugreek, so many spices. So yeah, most of these spices are used in the food. The banana chips in Kerala are very famous again. Yes, so much more to see here. Besides the spices, she's informed us that there is attar here as well. Adrian is trying this. Can I also try? Is it good? Oh yes, very nice.
There are different types of oil. How
Yeah,
many
oud.
lasting are 4, 5 are really?
Food would last for around 1 day more like that. But it's this
Yeah, smells great. I put it on my hand. There is oud there as well. So in the Middle East, you know, oud is used by a lot of Arabs. It smells very fragrant. And I stumbled upon this thing here, grass oil. So different kinds of oils here, guys. I don't know what are the benefits of this lemongrass. Lemongrass, I think, is to keep the pests, the mosquitoes away probably. So I don't know if we are going to get the spices, because we can find most of these in Goa as well. Obviously, you know, it's very good here, but we are especially interested in that section. Adrian is going to get some oud, I believe. These here in line are all different kinds of Ayurvedic soaps. Well, they have rose here, and they have tulsi, I guess. Yeah, tulsi and lavender. So many. So many different kinds: neem, papaya, aloe vera. Check this out. They even have a turmeric soap. After about 15 minutes of checking, we've gone for this one, this little thing. So it's oil based. Because it's oil based, it lasts for a really long time. We've used these before, and yes, Adrian is very happy to find this. So we bought this one for 400 rupees. The reason why you have to walk on your travels is because if you are in a car or a auto, you'll miss these shops. So yes, as we are entering, getting closer to Jewtown, if you can see around me, there are lots of spice shops and oil shops on this way. I don't know what area this is. Let me see if I... Bazaar Road, yeah. This place is called Bazaar Road. So lots of different shops here. There's a slight change in the plan because we got Matachari Palace on the way before Jewtown. So yeah, we'll hop inside and check what's there around. Good thing about such historical places is they have these boards along with the maps and all the details about the place right at the entrance. Alright, let's go inside. So Matachari Palace, this place was given to a king here in Kerala, Veera Kerala, if I remember the name, by the Portuguese, and it was built in the 15th century. As soon as you enter here, there are some benches where you can sit in case if you're tired because of the walking. And look at this. So this is a very unique design. This has more of influences of the designs here, what you get to see in Kerala. Look at these beautiful wooden windows. And okay, that's the entrance there, so we might have to pay some entry fee. As I'm reading about these places, I find out that the Portuguese come here and then they build something, and then the Dutch take over and then they renovate it. So yeah, most of the places have this similar kind of history. We are going towards the entrance, so this is a good thing here. I don't know what this railing is for. Left side is entry, right side is exit, and look at these old stones that they have used to build this. So museum kept open in all days, 9 AM to 4:30, and entry fee is just 5 rupees. Amazing. Yes, Adrian told me what this is in case if there is a specially abled person or an old person, they can sit on this and then they can take this railing here and come all the way up here. How about this for a backdrop? I guess this is the pond which was used for storing the water in the palace. And yes, unfortunately, clicking videos in the palace is restricted, but as soon as we entered the palace, first of all, the ticket is just 5 rupees. It is so cheap. As soon as you enter, you get to see some great woodwork on the ceiling, and then once you take a right, you'll get to see those huge seats on which the kings were carried. If I remember the name, I think it's called Planquin, if I'm not mistaken. And then on the left, you will see a screen, which is a touch screen where you can, check all the information. You can check these images here because videography was not allowed. And then once you enter inside in another section, you'll see information, pictures from the Ramayana. All the pictures are, all of it is painted on the walls. And then as you keep going further, after that you will get to see a lot of history, a lot of information about the King Rama Kerala Varma, if I remember the name right. So I'm guessing, correct me if I'm wrong, Kerala has got its name from this king, I believe, because a lot of information is there in there. If you are a history lover and if you want to check everything in detail, you can spend a lot of time there. We got out in like 15 to 20 minutes, and because we have to cover other places as well. Besides that, the king's what he used to wear, the scissors what they used, and the utensils that they used, everything is there in there. Even his sword is there. So yes, it's quite an experience, very good experience for 5 rupees, guys. What else can you ask for? Back to have some coconut water. So the price is 60 rupees for one coconut. This one here was not that great. The one near St. Francis Xavier Church was too good. It was so sweet. This one was okay, like average. And again, there are lots of these little shops here outside. That there is the palace. You can see here there are lots of autos here as well, and lots of these little stalls that sell different kinds of things. Yesterday we took a fridge magnet of Kerala, and this one here is of Fort Kochi. Again, the places that we visited yesterday. This gentleman's shop is right here opposite Matacheri Palace. So because we are his first customers, he gave it to us for 80 rupees. They usually sell this for 100 rupees. Yesterday we bought that for 100 rupees, right? Yeah. So many different kinds. I feel like taking each and everything. Yeah, look at this. Munnar, we are going to go to Munnar. These are the cheap ones for 50 rupees. This is like, pictures of the places. But we like these. These are more handmade. I saw some water here, and as usual I was instantly drawn towards it. So yeah, there are lots of little shops here. Again, this is opposite the palace, and we came from that way. And this board here says Kochi Tourist Boating Center. Yeah, so he said there's like 1 hour boating, half an hour boating. We don't have boating on the cards. We have done a lot of that in Goa, but yes, let me show you around. Wow, I didn't know there was water here. Look at this, they're building something there. And I like the roofs of their house. Wow, that is like huge. Look at that container, the ship, I don't know what, a vessel over there. So yes, they have these little boats here parked. So you can go out for a boat ride out into the ocean canal. I don't know what this is. Sadly, the E of Jewtown and T, JW on it looks like that, but yeah, we have reached Jewtown. Yes, officially we are inside Jewtown now. As you can see behind me, you can see some very old structures, and the history of this place is that way long back, I don't know which century, it was even before Christ, the Jews visited this place and they settled here. It's one of the oldest Jewish settlements in India, and the reason why they came here is because their temple was destroyed and a lot of them came and settled here. There are lots of old ancient structures over here, and this was built in the 16th century, so a lot of Jews from Europe, they came and settled here. Nowadays, sadly, most of them have left. Obviously, they must have gone back to Israel. That's where most of the Jews have gone. But back then, a lot of them came and settled here. And as you can see in this town, look at this. You can see that there are lots of these kind of shops. You can get souvenirs, lots of different kinds of woodwork, a lot of idols that depict the culture in Kerala. So they have a very strong influence of all kinds of cultures. You can see Portuguese influence over here. You can see those stars there. That is called the Star of David. So if you see that, the Jews are there in that area. And look at the structures. I mean, you get to see different kinds of structures here. Look at the wooden windows there. Look at the painting, the tiles. So yes, this place has a very, very strong influence of both European, Indian, Jewish. It's all there.